Hello my lovelies, Rob here from Kickback Garage. Today's video is going to be all about my wonderful 1955 BSA Goldstar. Ooh. If you're interested in that sort of stuff, grab yourself a coffee and I'll see you after the intro. Raw power, raw power. As you will hear from the rest of the video, I used ages trying to find a parking place. And when I found a parking place to talk to you about my Goldstar, yeah, the stand wouldn't sit on the gravel. And then there's got a lot of people walking past, and then there was traffic. So I'm doing this for the fourth time. And let's, now that I'm rehearsed, let's see how much waffle I can blurt out in the shortest possible moment of time. So what I want to do is tell you a little bit about what I've done here. As you can see, it's in the scrambler style. That's not really because I love riding on the gravel particularly. But most of the Goldstars that you see, they are built as cafe racers, clubmans, that sort of thing. You get the odd touring bike or the cafe racer style with the tall handlebars. So what I wanted to achieve here really was a bike that I could use to the things I use it for. And to do that, to achieve that, I've done some modifications because the BSA Goldstar is notorious for not being able to start, and even harder to start when it's warm. So what I've done to achieve this scrambler look is, first off we'll start with the wheels. These wheels that I built this winter, I'm running the standard 19-inch rim on the front, WM2, and I'm running a 18-inch on the rear, WM3 rim, which is slightly wider, which helps me facilitate this 4-point. Look at the angle of that. Oh, that's scary. Look at that. If that tips over, I'm going to start crying. Yeah, so I've got 4-inch rubber on the back. Another thing I've done is I bought some parts from Ace Classics in London. Nice chaps. I went with the Desert Sled mudguard on the front, which is period correct for when these bikes raced and won the Catalina Grand Prix 1954-1955. And while I was at it, I bought this fantastic, fabulous Webco copy handlebar, which is also an item that was used on the Catalina Grand Prix. I've seen them quite a bit on desert races as well, and these came out in around about 1954-1955, so keeping it period correct. I've obviously got the original Smith's speedo and the tachometer or rev counter, which is running off the engine on the drive there. What else have I done? I've obviously fit the single seat, scrambler seat. I have got Hagon rear shocks on there. I've taken off the sticker so it looks a little bit more authentic. And the rear mudguard, also an item I bought from Ace Classics in London. And I think that ties it up nicely. And the Desert Sled sticker, obviously. I know it's corny, but I like it like that. I've got a lot of stick for that. But the purists are going to be jumping out of the skin when I carry on talking about the mods that have been done on this. I'm running the Lucas rear light, which is period correct. So really, period correctness is pretty spot on. Apart from maybe this Bates custom headlight. I really don't like the big head guard, the big headlights that these come with originally, and I need to have my lights because of the daytime running laws. I have been waiting 7 months for this fabulous petrol tank, which is an aluminium petrol tank, handmade by Hultworks in the UK. The welds on this thing, absolutely spectacular. Now, I've had one of these before, and then I went for the polish look, but this, because I'm going for the oily rag sort of dirty look, I got them to brush the aluminium, and I think it looks pretty cool, Suddenly, everybody's going for a walk on the beach. It was completely empty when I came here. Right, so I found a safe place to park up. Thought I'd run you through what I've done with it. I've had some sagas and trials and tribulations, and I've got one ongoing little issue I'm going to sort out this winter, but plenty of time until the spring comes. The weather, stunning now. It's dried up a little bit, and I've been out for a nice little run this morning. Anyway, what I was going to do was explain what I've done here. Now, the thing about the BSA Goldstar is it's really renowned for being a real pig to start and being a real pain in the bum to start cold. So what I've done here, I've modified this bike so that it suits my use, and I have been a naughty boy and done a couple of things that the purists absolutely hate. So what I've done to make this suit my needs is I fit a decompression plate under the engine here, just to lower the compression a little bit, and it is running a lower compression piston as well, and what that does, it means that it makes it a lot easier to start. And I've actually used this bike as a bit of a daily rider this summer to work and stuff like that. And another thing that I've done, which a lot of the purists will absolutely hate, is I have fit this my Cooney carb. It is I can't remember what it's called, PHM 38. And cool thing about this carb is, I'm pretty sure you can't see it, but when I open up the throttle, whoop, it shoots in petrol down into the through the carb into the cylinder. So it makes it really easy to start. And I very rarely need to use choke on this thing. So that is that's really cool. I really like that. So it looks like a racing motorbike, but it and although it really does like to ride fast up into the revs, it's made it quite pleasant actually to live with. Easy to start. The brakes actually work pretty good. The rear brake I can lock. The front brake is not as good as the rear brake, but it does stop the bike. The hubs are not oval. That's another particular thing I've had on almost all the other English motorbikes that I've had, is that the hubs have been oval, and you get this like jerky movement when you try to stop. And I've overhauled the fork. One thing I have to do, I've got a little bit of play. Start to develop some play in the bearings. Bit of movement there. So I'm going to overhaul the front hub this winter, and my rear wheel is started to get a little bit wonky. So I'm going to gonna tighten up the spokes on that. Another thing that I've done is fit this little thing. This is the BTH modern mag dyno, and as you can see, if I take this cover off, normally you'd have points there, so I don't have points, but it does still look like the real deal. And as you can see, I have also fit the Alton generator, so that gives me a bigger chance of being able to charge up my battery, which is hidden under there, and so it gives me good lights and good starting possibilities. Just love the look of these things, they look great. I thought I'd do a bit of open my helmet action so you can listen to the true roar of this thing. You can see they've been sliding around the cars up here, so it's quite slick. It's quite slick. It's the only proper old bike I've had where if you pull the throttle, does a bit of a squirmy wheel spin. Look at this place, isn't it? Amazing. Bicyclists. Right, I'm on a tarmac. Let's go find a place to park up. It's like taking forever. This place is really cool. The road is just single lane, and the houses are built right on the road, as you'll see when we get around this corner here. One thing I forgot to mention is these normally come with GP carbs from Amal or Amul. I have no idea how to pronounce that, and they haven't even got a pilot jet, so you just don't get tick over on these things. Now, because of the mods that I've done on this bike, it makes actually quite pleasant to ride at slower speeds. But because it's a Goldstar, it does get a little bit grumpy. So if I'm touring with it, I do like to open it out now and then just to clean up the system, or it gets so she gets a little bit grumpy. And but on the other hand, the throttle response is stonking. It really does like to rev, and I think it sounds great once you've get it up on some revs there. From 4.5, 5,000 revs sounds fantastic, and it does really pull very well. So even though I've not got super high compression and I've not got the racing carburetor on here, it does really pull a nice turn of speed. Very easy to ride in modern traffic, even though it's almost 70 years old. Think about that, 70 years old, that's amazing. Another thing about this bike is that I'm running a standard gearbox and not the Goldstar gearbox, which has got this amazingly high first gear that you can pull up to about 90 kilometers an hour. But the problem with that, which is 60 miles an hour, the problem with that being is you really have to have a good working clutch to get it to pull, which is also another trade-off, I suppose, if you have that type of gearbox. This particular bike has the Pearson Suzuki converted clutch, which I have to say works really well, but it's a little bit bitey. So when I go to set off, it's not too bad. I just have to be a little bit careful with it, but it does hold the power really well. Oh, great turn of power, this thing. It's so torquey. It's such a blast to ride, I reckon. What I think I'll do now is say goodbye. If you like this kind of stuff, don't forget, do the old subscribe, give me the old thumbs up. Right, I think I'll love you and leave you.